Tarumbeta italia katika anga.
Like this. That is how the trumpet will sound.
Konene. So kama kuna story nimekuwa nikifuatilia ni story ya huu msemu mtagafala anaitwa Trump, and of course the more that vitu zina happen huko states, yani na the more that vitu zina happen kwa hiyo war inaendelea saizi, the more like a lot of stuff is coming out about him. And one of the things I think nilikuwa nimebonga juu yake was where alikuwa na at some point alikuwa anabonga na ubuda anaitwa Zelensky wa Ukraine, and Zelensky akasema the reason why Ukraine hakuja kuwa na elections ni the fact kuna war. Na Usa alikuwa amebambika because unaweza kuna war, that's the reason why so inamaanisha in 3.5 years time, because how US elections were every 4 years. So far alikuwa nafikiria if in 3.5 times kuna war, what would happen to the US if hii raya waganyitado alira, yani raya niza kuwa president wa Zimbabwe bila shida yote, because reasoning yake na kwa tu how do I stay in power. Acha tusikize.
So let me just say 3.5 years from now. So you mean if we happen to be in a war with somebody, no more elections? Oh, that's good. I wonder what the fake
You like this idea?
Yeah.
Cheki. So ifala ilikuwa nafurahia hivyo, but one of the things that cause jana pia ilisema kitu moja kipumbavu sana, cause kumekuwa na hiyo ya Iran na asa wamekuwa kitumia military bases za countries tofauti, alafu of course Iran wakihit back wana hit hizo military bases from those countries. So jana wakaenda ama fala states wakasema ni aje tunataka kutumia Spain like as one of the Nini. Spain wakasema zijo amwezi tuingiza kwa war ile we have nothing doing. And what did this dude decide? He decided to start threatening Spain, and not just threaten Spain, went as far kusema tukitaka kutumia vitu zenyu tutatumia na hakuna kitu mtadu. Ekonana.
Some of the European, like Spain, has been terrible. In fact, I told Scott to cut off all dealings with Spain. Spain, first of all, it started when every European nation, at my request, paid 5%, which they should be doing. And everybody was enthusiastic about it, Germany, everybody. And Spain didn't do it. And now Spain actually said that we can't use their bases, and that's all right. We could use their base if we want. We could just fly in and use it. Nobody's going to tell us not to use it, but we don't have to. But they were unfriendly, and so.
Scare like you can just fly in and use it. And ukiangaliaga kuna kitu moja inaitwa diplomacy, and diplomacy inakuwa very important. And kitu moja ile hii fala waga inaonyesha watu kwa wase wale understand how maybe politics work. Takola US I need diplomacy and I need to come na kuna kuangana zile vitu za yes US you have the biggest military, yes you have the what, but still you have to in quotes treat your allies with respect. Spain can be classified as an ally because Spain is part of Europe, part of EU, and part of what? Then nasikia if like sema hivyo like an EU member, we can just enter and we'll do whatever the hell that we want.
I told him we don't want to. Spain has absolutely nothing that we need other than great people. They have great people, but they don't have great leadership. And as you know, they were the only country that in NATO would not agree to go up to 5%. I don't think they would have agreed to go up to anything. They wanted to keep it at 2%, and they don't pay the 2%. So we're going to cut off all trade with Spain. We don't want to.
Okay. Very emotional. Hii ni vile mtoia neza react. Jia hivyo tumekosana kabisa. But if all kitu moja imekuwa iki happen of course ni right now a lot of information is coming out juu ya umse. And part of the information lena come out ni iwo yote ni story na kudistract wase from the Epstein files. And what do the Epstein files say about this guy? Zinasema hii raya ni mnajisi. And ni mnajisi wa nini? Ni mnajisi wa watoto. Kuna mse fulani jo alikuwa na bonga juu ya like what those Epstein files, like the pages that have been redacted. Sikia jo wale watoi alikuwa na deal now. Look at what happens to the age of our doi. Age inaenda juu ama inaenda chini.
Trump's name is all over these files. All over it. I mean, thousands and thousands of times. If you spend any real time with these files, you will see references to 17-year-old girls, 16-year-old girls, 14-year-old girls, 11-year-old girls, 10-year-old girls, and I saw a reference today to a 9-year-old girl.
Shinda kwa naso justify vitu kama hizi jo. Try to imagine jo, 9-year-old girl. Damn. Najua kuna kitabu fulani ubongaga juu ya hiyo story, but damn jo, 9-year-old girl. Naenda pata msiko like, oh, Trump is so strong. Ni mnajisi jo. Alafu hii time, oh, damn. Alafu sasa, yani kuna a whole war ile imeanzishwa. Na hii whole war, like if you watch a lot of people who are predicting it, they are predicting America to lose. And it's a very interesting thing. Like ukiwatch, kwa kama sisi wale tuna rely on the dollar. Because I'm a very selfish person. I always put my personal interest first. That's why nikienda kuvote, I look at who is going to. Misiangaliagi, oh, tribe, all that nonsense. I'm like, party, this is the popular narrative. Minaangaliaga like, how am I going to benefit? Mimi. And saa hizi, I need a strong dollar. I'll just be honest. And vile inasemekana, kuna a lot of people who are predicting that this might be the end of the petrodollar. And if this ends up being the end of the petrodollar, what's going to happen to the dollar? Dollar ikienda reka, mimi nitakuwa nikilia kwa choo. Unajua? Cause payment yangu ya kwanza inakuwa ni dollar, then your dollar ninataniwa to euro. So ile dollar lazima ikue. And he can say they elected a moron. And when you elect a moron, strictly based on tribe, because the tribe in this case was race. Of course, were there a few black people who thought, oh, he's good for us? Yeah. A few immigrants who thought the same? Yes. Till saizi watu wanaona through eyes, wasa wanatolewa through window. As a foreigner, you have to walk around making sure all your documents, and that does not mean shit. You can still be like, unaweza bado kwa detention camp na ukae for a very long time. Unaweza kwa even uko hapo legitly. I think kuna watu wamekuwa huko wako US legitly who've been thrown out because they elected a moron. And not just a moron but a racist moron. So that is there. But wacha tumalizie na umse because kuna mse mwingine pia alibonga juu story ya kuna jisi.
So is a really gruesome and grim story. And I think in order to see our way through this and to try to make progress on criminal investigation and prosecution and some kind of social redemption from this whole nightmare, we need to listen to the survivors.
So kulikuwa na hiyo, but wacha nitoke kwa hapo kwanza. Wacha tuangalie vile nilikuwa nimesema, like right now kitu moja inanibamba, even those really big Trump supporters, they still don't call him a moron. They still don't call him a fool, a stupid buffoon. They don't do that, but they are starting to notice the bullshit. And what are they noticing? That this dude is not strong. He's someone who's can be easily manipulated, and that's what has happened. Ira imekuwa manipulated, inapeleka US into a war that the US is in quotes going to lose, as I keep saying. Like hiyo ndio kitu moja like nimekuwa nikiwatch because this story sana nimekuwa nikifuatilia religiously. I'm trying to understand like, hey, what's happening, and a lot of people are saying that US inaenda ku lose, na iende ku lose ati juu haiko na a mighty military. I think one of the examples ilipatianwa ni kuna hizi drones zinatumika kufight. So tuseme drone ya nini moja, drone ya hasa naitwa nini cho, hasa naitwa Iran. Wakirusha drone moja, unapata drone ile wamerusha iko worth $100,000. Kustopi drone moja inachukua hizi nini za kuistop, hizo za kuintercept, hizo ma drones inaweza chukua 11 drones za kuintercept. And the difference is drones za kuintercept are more expensive than drones za kununua, za kuangui, whatever, kudestroy. So what Iran is doing is sometimes wanarushata drone useless. Why? Because wanataka hizi mafala ziendelee kuspend like waste do. So unapata drone imetupwa, acha tu given with 100,000. Drone imetupwa ya 100,000, alafu hiyo drone ya 100,000 imestopishwa na drones za 11 million. Nachiki. Try and imagine that. 100,000 niniwa. So this one drone like US wanatumia 110 times the cost. So what's happening is if Iran decides to invest $1 million kwa hii fight, how much is US spending? 110 million. If US is Iran inatumia 10 million, US inatumia a billion. And that's where now the problem comes in. Is it 10 million? Yeah, is it a billion? Yes. Unachiki. So that's where the problem inabaki may come in, because US inaenda up ikitumia too much. Like Iran, all ina need kudu ni kufanya. Alafu the more, this money is coming from the American taxpayer. And alafu the more that hizi ma countries zinaitwangwa hizo GCC, the more that those countries are being attacked, the more they are looking at the US and they're like, hey, kwa nini auto protect? Nacheki. Alafu kuna mse pia alikuwa nabonga jo history yote, and mi waga ni mse niko very anti. Unacheki kama I went on a rant juu ya Ruto and the fact that Ruto has to benefit from everything. That's the same thing that's happening in the US. Hiyo fala inaitwa Trump lazima i benefit from everything. So of course ni corrupt, ni dude na belong in jail. Like if you support Trump and you don't support Ruto, you're full of shit, because it's the same bullshit. It's just that one is in a country that's more developed than the other. But wacha tusikie, hao ni watu wawili ni the very big supporters wa Trump. Wacha tusikie vile wanabonga J word, because this time niliamua sitatumia like liberal media, because kuna raya ziko zina get their panties in a twist. So I was like, see, wacha sasa niko nikitumia tu hiyo far right media.
The bottom line is that I've confirmed that Israel is basically in control of our foreign policy by our own posture to be allied with them, and that is uncontrovertible. Because now they're trying to do damage control. Oh no, Trump gave the order. No, our very doctrine is if Israel's attacked, we attack. And so thank God Russia's not following its agreement with Iran or China, or we'd be in war with them right now. So it is a fact. And then the neocons, the Israel lobbies all over the internet attacking anybody that points this out and tries to say it's not the case. Well, Netanyahu brags about it. So, I mean, that's the big news. I'm not even defending Trump. It actually makes him worse. That it is now literally true. What I claimed, well, I wanted to claim wasn't true because I don't want to believe it. That Trump is an errand boy of Israel. And how do we deal with that, Nick Fuentes?
Nasikia jo ira inaitwa errand boy. Kuna sogo, mseni strong sana. Kuna raha iliniandikia kitu fulani kuna niambiaje. Found that it was a very interesting statement. Damn, I seem to have forgotten. Because hata saizi utachikia say these dudes are Americans na zinazuisha that hii fala he put America first. Kwa saizi mwapeleka kwa war that they had no business doing. Ini war ile inasemekana the only way to win it is with troops on the ground. Na troops on the ground inasemekana I think Iraq ilikuwa na population ya 20 million. Iran iko na population ya 90 million. Halafu Iran ever since it was the axis of evil na George Bush Junior imekuwa ikiprepare for this. So for over 20 years they've been expecting that one day watakuwa attacked na US. So how they are not trying to win, they are trying to survive. And US on the other side is trying to win because US has to make a statement. We are the most powerful military in the world. Ama fala watatryaje history na sisi ndio. So it's a very interesting fight.
Well, if Trump is an errand boy for Israel, then you got to shut down his government. And that means you got to go into the midterms and you got to get the Democrats in. And the Democrats hopefully will impede the administration. That's what they're going to do. They're going to launch investigations, subpoenas, select committee, all that kind of stuff. And they're going to grind it to a halt. And, you know, if Trump is an operative of a foreign government, consider that he's forfeited his entire mandate. Because his whole basis of support is that he's America first, MAGA. He's not like the other politicians. Okay, well, if you're an errand boy for Israel, if you're a puppet of the Jewish state and you're bringing us to war for them, that's not like a small thing. That's not like a little bit of foreign aid. We're going to war on their behalf. He has to be opposed. And a lot of people don't want to take it there for one reason or another. But, you know, I don't know what the option is. I don't know how you work with that. If you're America first and Trump is Israel first, well, that's not exactly a divide that can be bridged.
Yeah. So nasikia ira vile kwenda bonga. So ira inasemekana ni errand boy. But ni errand boy aje. Ni errand boy juu. First of all, I think kuna son-in-law wanaitwa Jared Kushner. Yura ya hizi makampuni zina deal na hizi drones zinatumika kwa hiyo company ya Yura ilipata contract. I think contract ya $620 million. So try kuimagine, let me bring it back home. Try kuimagine usikie company ya son-in-law like Waruto, you may get that, you'd be angry. But since ni Trump, So kuna hiyo side, but apart from that kuna hizo investments pia. I think ni Saudi Arabia walidu, there's an investment that Saudi walifanya pia, like one of I think if I'm not wrong the same Jared Kushner. So he dude ni corrupt, ni kama like just an African leader, like it's just that typical African leader where it's all about me, it's never about the people. Na kuna msali breakdown vizuri kabisa akibonga juu story ya in many situations leaders look at their own interest instead of the interest of the country. So that's why nakumbuka nikizusha juu ile story ya pesa print. Ruto does not care. Najua Ruto is looking out for his own interest. So if road accidents happen, I don't care. I want people to overspeed, because if people overspeed, I'm making money. Najua. And that's the same thing that Trump anafanya. Na if ala inaitwa Trump, unachiki na try to go for a third term. Since na try to go for a third term, what do you think is going to happen in Africa if Trump goes for a third term? Anyone who supports this piece of shit, especially if you're an African, like, how Kenya haiwezi happen? Oh, Ruto Trump go for 3 terms, I can guarantee you as Prophet Habakkuk, Ruto is going for 3 terms. And not 3 terms. Ruto is going atakuwa president till death. And this is what's going to happen. Watu wataenda kwa streets. Anyone who thought that Gawazi wagi Kibaki alidedisha wasendi ya back in power, Ruto will do the exact same fucking shit and hakuna kitu ita happen. What happened to Mama Samia? Oh, ataenda hiyo damu yote the world haitakubali. Tukashare videos za nini, mimi mpaka nilishare videos mpaka watu wanashinda kwa nini sibongangi juu ya TZ. Nilipataga warning jo, niliamboendelea kubonga juu ya TZ. Hiyo channel uko nayo utaingiza kwa haga yako kirudi kuguta ni kama sugoi. Nikasema nitarudi kuguta. Mimi sikuagi fala, mimi nakuaga ama businessman. What I did was like, okay shit, nimesema nisibonge juu ya TZ, sawa sitabonga juu ya TZ na nikaacha. And I can guarantee you if Trump goes for 3 terms, because Trump ataki go for 3 terms, what's going to happen? Hiyo raya ni mzee, iko unhealthy, unachikia, so at some point ita dead. But all African leaders watakuwa kiambia US, kwa nini nyinyi mnatuambia si tukuwe na term limits na nyinyi wenyewe hamna term limits? So that dude, he's just bad for the world. Right now inaenda kuanzisha World War 3, because hii kitu vile inasemekana that if US hata ikiamua kupeleka troops on the ground, that will be the point for now Russia na China kusupply the resistance na weapons. And what's a lot of people are predicting that hiyo war itakuwa kama Iraq, ita last for 20 years and the US to spend a lot of its money. It's going to affect their economy kabisa, because kumbuka Middle East pia on the other side itakuwa ikisafa. So all those investments za Middle East zile like US wamedu Middle East ama ni Middle East wamedu US, hizo zote itabidi zipunguke. So Americans are going to actually suffer. Like kama wewe ni Muamerika Kenya uko state jo, anza kufikiria juu ya kurudi home jo, because that might actually happen, because inasemekana that might end up to be the collapse of the petrodollar. And the petrodollar, of course, ask yourself, why do we all trade in dollars? Like that's the one currency. What's so special about this currency? So you'll find a lot of currencies can stand on their own. This one currency can't stand on its own. It needs to be propped up. Unacheki. That's why unacheki some things. I don't know why I didn't Nini like keep that, but kuna msemo moja alisema that the American economy kuna vitu juu yake hazimekigi sense. Alafu akaenda akabonga juu ya the stock market. And I've said that here as an amateur, that when I hear Elon Musk is going to be worth $1 trillion, I'm like, that's bullshit. If you need to stop Chinese cars from entering the country for you to win, it means you're not winning. Najua unafaa kuwa at any, mi siwezi sema ati saizi Anthony Joshua anaweza mpiga, lakini acha I'm the best fighter, then Anthony Joshua kikuja niko zizi hatuwezi either unaweza mchapa mwezi mchapa. Konene, najua mwaka ni mpya lakini injili ni ile lemfi. So kama uko US, uko UK, uko Canada ama uko the UAE na unataka kutuma do Kenya, baki umechangamka, ingia lemfi, utabaki umepata the most competitive rates. Lakini apart from that, on your first transaction ya $100 or more utapata $20 sign up reward. So unangoja nini? Baki umechangamka, chap ingia lemfi, international payments for everyone. Ekonene. But I think apart and digress, wacha tusikie hii part ya vile hii fala inabraibiwa. Like it's some third world shit kabisa. Third world.
even if the war is bad for America as a country, the war might be good for Trump personally. And leaders optimize for their personal interests, not national interests. Let me explain, okay? Trump is getting massive financial support from Saudi Arabia and Israel. The Saudis invested $2 billion in Jared Kushner's private equity fund. Jared Kushner is Trump's son-in-law. $2 billion. That's a bribe. In exchange for what? In exchange for Trump being aggressive against Iran. The Saudis want regime change in Iran. They see Iran as an existential threat, so they're bribing Trump to attack Iran. Okay? And Miriam Adelson, a major Israeli-American billionaire, has been financing Trump's political career for years. She recently said she would put up $250 million if Trump runs for a third term.
Sikia hiyo jo. US president is thinking of running for a third term. The amount of damage that's going to do to democracy. And apart from democracy, kuna sort of like democracy doesn't work. It's going to do for freedom of expression. Don't forget, like freedom of expression. Of course, please ka US ni harder to get rid of freedom of expression because wakona the Second Amendment. Yes, wakona the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. So it's going to be hard. But African countries, the only way Ruto will have a third term is Raia kama mimi have to shut the fuck up. Najua sisi lazima tunyamaze. So Raia kama mimi either itakuwa ni detention without trial, nitauma pamba, ama I'll just have to shut the fuck up. Of course, maybe watanikujia niambie plata or plomo. Mimi nikiambiwa plata or plomo, you know what I'm going to say. Oh, my friend is sell out. Me si sell out because a lot of people supported that Trump bullshit. So, Trump running for a third term would have such a devastating effect on democracy in Africa and freedom of expression in Africa. Wacha tata nini? Human freedoms, basic human rights in Africa. Because kumbuka hiyo kitu Umsa amesema, leaders never look out for the good of the country. Inakuwaga about themselves. Angalia Ruto every time akibonga, inakuwaga what will happen in 20 years? What will happen in 30 years? Acheki. Unakumbuka majuzi kuna boy anaitwa I think ni Polycarp Hinga. Alikuwa anasema vile Ruto alimwambia he's too fat. Angalia Ruto jo. Ruto hana indiscipline yangu, ile bado nakula chapo. Haiko discipline. He's trying to stay young. Cause, na niko sure pia naangalia Trump. If Trump runs for 3 terms, let's change the Kenya constitution. Oh, let's do what? Oh, tuta protest. Body bags zitajazwa, nothing will happen. Oh, mzungu atatuprotect. Oh, the international community. Nakumbuka ile nonsense. Ulicheki ufala nito nani jo. Francis Gaido. Like, oh, Jirongo has been killed. Let's let the Americans know. Like, damn, it IG election happen. Gaza nini? Oh. Na wale wako laita kutushinda. Ingozi. The minute you realize ingozi, you again angaliwa. It's the minute you get the bullshit out of your head. TZ was solid the dishwa. US haikubonga. Yes. Why? US interests were not touched. TZ bodies ziko zinaekelewa juu zingine. And that's what would happen hapa. Why? Hakuna vile Trump anaweza change constitution ya America. Anaweza do that bullshit na isi have a ripple effect across the world. So there's that. But umecheki, like Iraya, it's just about bribes, man. It's just about his personal interests. It's not about the country. And why? You might be wondering why. Because Iraya, of course, Iraya ni mnajisi. Mnajisi si mtu reasonable. Si mtu atakaa chini anze kufikiria ati inchi inaenda wapi. Because we mwenyewe kama umekuwa like I'm assuming kanaongea na wewe ni mtu ujai najisi mtu. So kawe si mnajisi, you're a very reasonable person. Najua no means no. Mnajisi ajui no means no. Mnajisi ni mtu atanajisi even the economy, atanajisi the country, atanajisi, and that's what that dude is doing. So wacha to go back to story zake za kunajisi.
So why are Republicans so interested in Bill and Hillary Clinton? It's because they're trying to distract from the fact that Donald Trump is in the Epstein files thousands and thousands of times. In those files, there's highly disturbing allegations of Donald Trump raping children.
Yep. So in the story, Joe, Iraya kuna najisi watoi, and I don't know man. Nishakuaga hapa nikisema kuna a few unforgivable things. And one of them kwangu, I don't care what you do. Kuna jisi watoi. That's not in my forgiveness list. But you know what? Tunakuaga tofauti. So kaa hii report imekujaz nipatie like jo. Tafadhali nipatie tuka like. Kaa hii report imekukatia and you know that I know nothing, make sure umeacha comment hapa. It really helps the channel and it helps me spread ignorance yangu. Damn, what should I do? Tena nifanye kile watu wanapenda world peace wanapenda jo. Like damn, na try kuimagine saizi inasemekana kunaweza enda kuwa na World War 3 and it's crazy man, like it's crazy like nimekuwa obsessed na hii story, I won't lie. And one of the things ile nakumbuka nilicheki ni msee fulani alikuwa na wako kwa military states, alikuwa anasema that all the military bosses wa states walikataa hii war, walisema there is no way to beat Iran. Alafu kitu interesting ni ati kulikuwa na hiyo mock, like there was a mock war US between the US within itself. So US army will come up na Iran na versus US and Iran ended up winning. Na utashindwa ni kwa nini? Iran ili win cause ni war and all is fair in love and war. And wadosi wa US walijam wakasema come up with a way where we win. Alafu how did that happen? Ilikuwa ni sasa wamemeet kwa battlefield. But everything is pointing at US could lose because kienda pale apparently Iraq inakuwa ni flat, hii place ingine ni mountain, so inabidi wasa waingie kwa mountains, inakuwa ni shida. So ikikuwa ni hivyo, hiyo war inakuwa ni like a problem. But now another thing ile inasemekana ni since US ita lose, ile nchi nyingine itataka kutumia nuclear weapons. Wakitaka kutumia nuclear weapons haita affect Iran peke yake, ita affect the whole region. And what's that going to happen as soon as wamedu hivyo, cause akina Russia na China zitajam, cause najua pia zina need hizi place zikuwe habitable ndio weze kupata oil, cause we still need oil after all this najua. So hizo zinaweza kuwa involved. Alafu we end up with a World War 3. And how will we end up with a World War 3? Because in America, in the year 2024, they decided to be tribal. Tribe ya America inakuwa race. So, did they choose the best amongst them? No, they chose a moron. And now we are here. Hopefully, hatutafika hapo. And I don't know man, we're living in scary times. But usijali hapa Africa, hii historia hatuwezi affect. Unajua kwa nini? We are protected by the blood of Jesus. Eko nene.